what I meant to say. Basically just that we're jumping right to what you want to see. The StarCraft. And it is a finals between two fantastic players. And it should be a great match here. In the top left-hand side of the map, it's Bly.
In the bottom right-hand side, it is the young, up-and-coming Clem. I think Bly's pretty well established. We know what he is. We know what he's going to be.
Yeah.
But Clem has promise. I'm not quite sure how good he can be as a young StarCraft player.
Yeah, he's one of the best. He's 7k MMR. So...
yeah, that's pretty insane.
Very, very good. And at this point, he is really good at beating guys like we've seen in this tournament, like Goblin, like Mana. Like, he's kind of, I'd say, past their level in a sense. And I'd argue even maybe a little bit versus Bly now, that Clem really is the favorite, whereas, say, a year ago, he was kind of just on their level.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He really is the guy to beat in this tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll see if Bly can do it. I mean, Bly, the master of chaos, really creates scrappy games. If we can see Bly go into just, like, Bly's not a guy who does it a lot, but when Bly goes into the late game, it's always crazy. He's got ultras running left, right, and the center, and just playing with pretty much every unit that he can, and it's usually very fun to watch. So if we see a bit of that, I'll be happy.
Absolutely. Yeah, the ZVT matchup these days, a lot of things Zerg can do. They can be aggressive, off of like a 2.5 base, almost a 3 base Roach Ravager style attack that Terran has a real hard time with. They don't prepare perfectly for it. And then just the macro style, just the Serral style, defending, creep spreading, expanding a million times, and then just making cost-efficient trades forever.
Uh-huh.
So either one you want to do here is pretty darn viable against Terran. Vipers have been pretty fantastic recently. Seen a lot of complaining from Terrans about Vipers needing to be nerfed now, which is quite exciting.
That's because they nerfed the Infestor.
Yeah, like
Zerg
it wasn't
start
enough.
Using the Viper instead,
Still
which is
can't
kind
win.
of true.
Yeah. I mean, Abduct, Blinding Cloud,
It's pretty good.
and Parasitic Bomb are all pretty good spells.
Reaper for Clem, poking and prodding. Ling goes down, but that Ling did its job protecting the drones. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, how Zergs really just went back into the Viper, which has its own very good position in the game, because it really prevents, like, say, mass air units. And then it also supports, like, earlier game fights and stuff, like, say you're playing with a lot of roaches or whatever before in the mass late game. I don't know if that makes any sense, but... we take a look here. Reaper poking and prodding. Bly popping down some creep tumors as he's going to get that spreading. Hellions for Clem, just kind of running on it. Oh man, Bly! Oh!
Whoa!
Okay,
Whoa.
that could have been a lot worse. Wasn't great still.
What a madman.
Holy cow.
I've never considered, oh no, Hellions are coming into my main. Pull all the drones to attack them. That was amazing.
Bly lined his drones up perfectly, but Clem did not have that much HP, and now we're actually seeing Bly potentially go for a counterattack here. He's actually going to get on in, catches one of the Hellions, and Hellion just says, nope, I'm out of here, as the SCVs and his partner are left to deal with all of these Lings. But it looks like this will be cleaned up. 5 SCVs went down.
Some more
Meanwhile,
drone
on the other
deaths
side
on
of
the
the
other
map,
side?
2 drones
What?
died, I believe, to a Liberator.
Must be.
Yeah, a Liberator went down, 2 drones went down.
Okay.
Not bad for Bly. However, he's making more lings. Bly is ready to go for this. He might actually just go for like a big Baneling bust or something.
Let's keep an eye on that production tab, see what we're dealing with.
Baneling's on the way. Lings
Aliens
running across
see
the map.
this. Like, this is a large number of Zerg.
This is a large number of Zerglings indeed. The Banelings themselves haven't been seen. So we'll see. These Lings gonna try and get on in here. They run up, see the wall, say, okay, change of plan here. All the Lings have been spotted now.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what Clem can even do at this point. It might be too late to prepare for this bust.
He's building a bunker, but you are right. It might be too late. It's been spotted, but not soon enough. Lings now flooding towards the natural. SCVs are trying to run on up here, but they are exposed to Banelings. 9 go down. Lings get into the base. However, most of the Lings do get cleaned up.
So basically 15 SCVs died and a bunch of army.
Yeah, the small price of 15 SCVs. I don't know if that's small, though, so we shall see.
I mean, I don't know. As I always say, Terran's not dead until they're dead.
Yeah.
So we'll see if Clem can recover from that, but that was really damaging.
Yeah, that was indeed. Clem does have his 3rd CC finished up, so he is resaturating his natural rather quickly. He's got his production up to 3 barracks. He's got his 1-1 done, whereas Bly only just starting his lair and his 1-1, so he's a little bit behind on that tech due to that big commitment. And oh, look at this, a drop going down. But now that 1-1's finished up, these Marines are just very, very tanky. The Banelings are out, but Clem's probably just going to focus fire those down, and he does no problem.
Wow, that was scary stuff. Those slow Banelings had no chance at all.
They don't. If you're like 3 Banelings and you're running towards Clem's Marines, you're just like, oh no. Today is not my day. Queen goes down.
This is some incredible value off of a single drop of Marines.
Yeah.
Drones get killed here, Banelings picked off, Queens dying, Zerglings getting massacred. The Lings went into the Bane, expecting the medevac to go in there, and it didn't.
Nope, Clem just found his spot here, just chilling behind these rocks. And I don't know how you clean this up as Bly. He doesn't have the Queens anymore to help out, to focus down the medevac. He needs some Banelings or something.
Gosh. Why is he... He's bringing drones into that base.
I guess he's just trying to make drones to absorb the loss, but it's hurting him, and he's got to go in to try and save this. So he's attacking the Marines. He's going to get one of them, but he might actually lose his hatchery. The Marines have run out, but there's not enough here for Bly.
Wow.
The rest of the army is in tow, and Bly, I think, just died. That Baneling bust did not do enough damage to shut down the machine. That is Clem. And we are looking at a Zerg player who is just dead.
Yeah, it's like I said, Terran isn't dead until they're dead. You can hurt their economy pretty substantially, but...
Yeah, Bly committed too much to that big Baneling bust.
Yeah. I've had games very much like that in the past.
But you're the one who Baneling busted?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, I broke their wall and I killed 20 SCVs, awesome, and then this happened.
Good Baneling connections for Bly.
Slow Baneling hits? You can't take slow Baneling hits.
That's not what you expect to see. However, still the creep's been cleaned up, so these queens can't really retreat. There isn't that much to buffer for them, but they may survive here. The tank will get cleaned up, but Clem probably has a whack load of reinforcements behind it.
Yeah.
And yes, he does. So Bly can try and hold on, but right now he's even bases to Clem as Clem's firing up more production. He's got +2 attack on the way. It's going to be a tall order for Bly to come back in this game. He's looking for a counterattack, which could be nice here, as these SCVs are very exposed. I just don't know if he can hold on at home while also going for this counterattack. The SCVs with Medivac support are actually taking that fight.
Good fighters, SCVs. Pretty tanky.
Yeah, they do alright, but the main story right now is the fact that Clem's closing in on Bly, and Bly does not have enough. So GG gets called.
Hey, hey.
Yes.
Nicely done by the 17-year-old. Yeah, I mean, what that all came down to was, wow, that army graph. That's amazing. Like, Bly's way up there, Clem's way down there, and then they cross. Bly just plummets as all those banelings and lings die, and then Clem just climbs past him and keeps going.
Yeah, the thing is, Clem didn't lose his army to that attack or anything. He had the
Right.
stim marines and the tank, and he just held at the top of the ramp and didn't lose. Like, you usually have to either kill SCVs and the army,
Right.
or a ton of SCVs.
Yep.
Those are your two options.
And I only got one there for Bly.
So we'll find out what the next map is. We are using the loser pick format, so it will probably be a more Zerg favored map.
Yeah, that's a trick with banelings. They're really good, but they're gone when you use them. So it's not like you can kill 15 workers and then move on to the army. It's like, those workers are dead, but also your army is dead.
Yeah, one-time use, no refunds.
Mm-hmm. Which is fine because they're good and great, in fact. But
they are very good. I think one of the most underrated things about Zerg in the late game is the fact that you can dump your money into banelings.
Yeah.
To an extent.
It's not free gas.
It's not. But when you do have like a positive bank or whatever,
yeah,
you're just like, it makes your army supply a lot better.
Yeah, banelings just really support anything else you're doing really well against Terran. They can even help against mech in certain situations. So, yeah, making about 20 banelings is not often a terrible choice against ZVT.
It's rarely a bad choice to make a bunch of banelings. And I think a lot of Zergs will attest to that.
Yeah, good unit. What do you say, tier 1, tier 2 unit?
I guess like a 1.5, or maybe they're off in their own category.
They're in their own category? Wow.
I don't know. Because they're like a unit that turns into a better unit. But then it's tough to say whether they're good or bad. I don't know.
Okay.
Anyway, it's Clem. Ignore my gibberish.
And up on the other side here, of Simulacrum, it's Bly.
Yeah, I think this must be the dark map.
This is the one?
Yeah, maybe. There was one. I'll probably find it if I ladder later today.
Yeah, the thing with banelings is for a long time they weren't good against Protoss. They weren't used against Protoss. So I was, didn't consider them super great. But now they're pretty wonderful in all three matchups for Zerg.
Yeah. I agree.
So I don't know. I think any unit that has extreme viability against every race in StarCraft is probably a tier 1.
Okay. So that's how you define it. Gotcha.
Yeah, I mean, on some level. I mean, viable versus great against everything. Like, Queens are fantastic.
Okay, so I was wondering what you were like arguing, but I see now.
Yeah. So Queens are really good. Marines, really good unit in all matchups for Terran.
Okay. What's like a late game unit that's good in all matchups?
That's a good question.
Maybe the Viper?
Yeah. High Templar.
Templar, definitely.
Immortal.
Immortal, that's also a good one. I don't know if the Immortal's classed as late game, though.
That's true.
These are questions. Things
These
to
are
mull
questions.
over.
Yeah, I don't know if there are that many late games great against everything. You just make no matter what. That's a good question. We'd have to make a list. Let us know in chat. What do you think belongs on that list?
Yes. Anyway, the first 2 minutes of the game have gone by. Pretty darn standard here. If you're Bly, what are you thinking is how you're going to take down someone like Clem?
I don't know. I mean, he is capable of doing the Serral style. I would kind of like to see that from him here. It just seems like a better... I don't know. The two things, again, that I've seen that are really good against is that Serral style, where you're just consistently defending. Creep Tumor lives. Creep
save
spreading
by
all
Bly.
over the place.
That is an important thing.
Yeah, that first tumor staying alive is huge.
Yeah, if you're a Terran, you feel pretty darn good when you get that with your Reaper.
Yeah. And then if you want to go for the early attack, do it, but make Roaches and Ravagers instead, because they can wipe out your opponent's mineral line and keep attacking.
Yeah. I don't know if... I don't know. Maybe he should just macro since it is Silmacrum. Like, it seems like it's a map that's more macro-oriented. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, for Zerg, I don't know.
Well, compared to, like... Okay, maybe not more macro-oriented, but less all-in inclined.
Okay, based on what are your parameters
size
here?
and distance?
Yeah, it's a pretty long rush distance, but...
Lings
I don't
get
know.
an SCV. They get in, they get a scout. Sees
see the
Hellions,
Hellion
sees a
scout.
starport.
Yeah,
Same build as
without
last
an
game.
add-on. Yeah, Clem sticking with what worked in game 1 here. Even getting Baneling busted into Oblivion.
That worked.
Yeah.
As I'm sure
Probably
unenjoyable it was for him, it worked.
Probably even better if you don't get Baneling busted into Oblivion.
Probably.
Tumor down.
Alright, let's take a look. Ling's getting in for a counterattack for Bly. He's committing these Lings in once more. Do they get enough damage, though, is the question. Clem runs his Hellions out by lowering that depot, so we'll see how many SCVs he's gonna lose. 4 for what was quite a few Lings. 5, thanks to that one other Ling. Bly keeps committing to these mass amounts of Lings, but the question is, do they get enough damage to justify their creation?
That's always the question, because those could be drones, man.
They could. Like, that was the thing about last game. Bly could have made a bunch of drones and played it out.
Yep.
Instead, he went for a Baneling bust that didn't get enough damage done. I think that last attack was alright. It wasn't great. It wasn't terrible. Gotta be careful going forward, though. Spots the fact that it is bio. Also
Yeah,
gets the
Baneling
SCV.
missed on the way. Nice job, a little bit of delay on that third base
Yeah, and he
construction.
pulls back the Hellions, which is really nice.
That's a lot of Hellions.
It is a lot of Hellions. But based on the fact that Bly has been making like non-stop Lings, you really can't blame him. Ling's gonna try and get on in. They're gonna actually try and kill the third command
Oh my gosh,
center.
they got it. There's no saving
That's
that.
really nice.
That's really nice. Keeping these Hellions over here too is amazing. Bly. He's droning up back home, getting a lair, Baneling Nest finishing up. Bunch of Zerglings die, but delay on that third base is really nice. Was it worth all the Zergling deaths? I don't know.
Yeah, that was a lot of Zerglings. Like, maybe he should have just got... Yeah, he couldn't really run away, though, because of the Hellions. So it is tough to say. He is still only on 44 drones. That's the thing. Like, he's kept Clem down, but he's also really keeping himself down.
And that's the trick with being aggressive early.
Yeah, as he fires up...
sacrificing economy.
Yeah, as he fires up 20 more Lings to replace those that he lost. Like, it should just be drones.
It
Drones
should
for
be.
days.
He should be at 60, 55 workers by now. And have a fourth base, honestly, at 6.5. So there's the fourth.
Just Baneling's at the
top.
top of the ramp.
Oh! Oh my gosh!
Bly is so smart. That was worth it. And now with knocking out the Hellions, Bly can be free to counterattack.
Is he seriously going to cancel another?
No, that's TvZ's finishing.
And there's a tank this time, so never mind. Is he seriously? What? Why? What is this, Bly?
I mean, he already
He's just
had
going to make
all
it hard
these-
for... He's trying to make it hard for Clem to land his third, is what he's doing. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, I mean, you
Or
kill the
just
Hellions. You may as well be
abandon.
active with your units.
You might as well be. Why is he bringing his Lings home? For what?
The Liberator?
I guess.
The drop stage is starting to begin, so having his units at home is nice.
I guess, but strange.
Liberator's being a pain. Spore Crawler will help clean that up. Lives just barely. Meanwhile, these Marines, they have their combat shield. They're going to get right on top of the Queens, but the Banelings send them packing. Queens even all survive, which is really nice. Lings are looking for these units. Oh, looks like those Marines will be sent packing. Aspire.
Getting a Spire, yeah.
Yeah, this is what I want to see. Whether he's gonna live long enough, though.
Yeah, I don't know if you can get there. Spires take a while to build, but Bly is one of the few players that will go Ling Baneling
I
units.
felt those Banelings should have gone forward there. They were pretty close.
They were. I think they were all dead.
Yeah.
Saving 3 of them was probably the right call.
So once again, Bly's splitting up his army. He's going for a counterattack on the third base, but there's a Liberator there, and he needs to get a lot of damage to justify not defending adequately back at home. He just doesn't have the supply, it would seem, as Clem is looking to push on in. That's going to be a base gone for the Zerg. The counterattack is pretty much dealt with thanks to that Liberator in the sky. And while Bly made some good moves this game, he looks like he's in a rough spot once again.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, it's just the Ling attacks, getting the damage done, delaying the third base, those were nice things, but he should have been on a higher worker count. He should have a bigger army at this point. He should have some kind of infestors or vipers or something by now, and he just doesn't.
Oh, Bly
so
might have
jump
found
on
his
those
moment.
tanks.
Oh, the Banelings, though, just knelt going up the ramp.
Going up that ramp, no.
Oh, that was painful.
74 to 24 army supply, that is your
These
GG.
queens are off creep, so they are forced to fight. The Baneling gets a decent connection there, but there's still too much for Clem.
Banelings take too long to build. Oh my gosh, that was brutal.
Now there's only 3, and we all know what happens to 3 Banelings.
I am familiar with what happens with 3 Banelings. Even if they have speed. Queen count just getting absolutely destroyed here. Zerglings coming in, Banelings, target fired.
Bly
set up,
is building
Zergling count.
5 mutas at this point, but Clem is just a macro machine, honestly. Like, he just makes so many units.
3 base in it, pretty effective stuff.
That's what makes this guy so scary. He really does seem to have exceeded in his macro. Like, he's doing these pressures and making so much stuff behind it. Bly has a ton of money because he can't turn all of his money into units at the minute. He just doesn't have the supply. Clem's pushing on in, and it would take a miracle from God for Clem to hold on here, or for Bly to hold on. Pardon me.
It would. Say it would make it into StarCraft 2 highlights.
All
right.
GG.
GG. Yeah, so Bly either needs to commit to some kind of I'm gonna kill you fast build, or knock it off with all the Ling stuff.
Yeah, you got to
just play macro.
It's just tough in order to beat Clem in the first place. Like, no matter what.
It is, but he's just going about it the wrong way. This is not the way you beat Terran in 2019.
No, it's not.
Because the damage you do is just not enough in the long run. Terran is so cost effective that even if you kill 2 or 3 SCVs or 10 or 15 SCVs, delay a base a little bit, kill some Marines, kill some Hellions, they're replaceable. That macro is effective for Terran. And as we saw, I mean, you didn't kill any barracks. You didn't really slow down the SCV economy all that much. And sure, it was annoying to deal with. But when all was said and done, there were a ton of barracks, double pumping Marines, making those tanks, getting those upgrades, medevacs in there too. And there just wasn't enough back home because all those Lings should have been drones for Bly the whole time. So we'll see if he can switch it up here or if he's just the Zergling guy today.
Alright, looks like Eternal Empire. Maybe it was this one that was the dark one. No, definitely not this one. This is the very bright one. Which is nice. Use more color, map makers.
This is a pretty map. Feels like fall. Kind of like desert in the fall.
Yeah. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on into this Afreeca world. We'll see if Bly is able to bring it back. The machine, he plays a lot.
I mean, I feel like all of these people do.
Yeah, but Bly plays like in a lot of cups and stuff. All the time.
That's true.
And we'll see if he's able to, like... And we'll see if he's able to bring down someone like Clem. It's a tall order, though.
It is, but I'd feel more scared about this for Bly if he'd been playing the right way.
It's Clem in the top right. We'll talk more about that in a second.
And down here, it is Bly, the pirate. I had 2K, 1K. Yes, we know.
Yeah, we noticed.
And Clem's like, so?
How'd that work out for you? Well, he lost his hatchery, right?
Yeah.
Forgot to inject.
Oh. Well,
Classic Zerg.
yeah.
Okay, and can we talk about how Bly's chatting up Clem as he's going for an early pool?
Yes.
What a dirty Zerg.
Yeah, it's one of the warning signs, though. Clem knows this. If someone's chatting with you, they're cheesing.
A little bit. But Bly's always cheesing.
True. But I mean, just statistically, if you're on ladder and somebody's rattling off at you early, they're cannon rushing you.
Or if the GLHF is suspiciously late. You're like, what were you doing with that time, buddy, that you weren't typing GLHF?
That's a good point. That's a red flag for sure.
So, when you talk about Bly playing the right way...
Yes.
I agree. Like, Bly is really good at what he does, but it's hard not to imagine him having more success if he did play the more defensive style, like Cyril, etc.
Well, sure, but again, I'm not even saying he has to play Cyril style. You can beat Terrans with these little Roach Ravager timing it. But he's not even doing that.
So just go for different cheese, basically.
Yeah, go for different aggression. Baneling busts don't work unless you get a ton of work done, and that's hard to do. I'm just telling you, I can't remember the last time I saw a Baneling bust and ZVT in the... It's not a thing because you can't get enough damage done. But the Roach Ravager, really good. Great against tanks with that Corrosive Bile. So this is just Bly doing, again, Zerglings are my spirit animal.
Yeah.
And it's just not going to happen. There's a bunker.
No. All right. Well,
there's some repair happening here.
Okay, Bly.
Wings have speed, which is nice, but there's a wall that's not lifted. What the heck? What was that?
But still, he's on 14 drones against a Terran who's happily getting up his command center on the low ground. Like, Bly is dead. Yeah.
Super dead.
Bly needs to make a Dark Shrine right now.
It's
if he wants to win this game.
It is 24 to 14 workers for Clem. Whoa, Clem. Way up.
Yeah, but he got the Reaper.
Never mind, he's fine.
This is just like an inadequate playstyle floundering against like a very good player. We'll see. I mean, he's making a lot of lings, so he's gonna try. There's a chance he's gonna overwhelm Clem here. He's making a lot of lings. Clem, like, expected this just to be macro. But maybe. He's gone into a third CC. In comes Bly. But Clem, as long as he raises his wall, he's fine. He can lose all the SCVs here. And he's still fine.
You can lift his orbital.
Baneling nest.
He is just pumping lings. Okay, he just made about 9 drones, but he is sending more lings across.
And he's going to be able to keep Clem off his natural for quite a while. But Clem's still building up a third command center. He's got a Banshee out now, so these lings just get sent packing.
Beautiful.
And this is going to force Bly to build Spore Crawlers, which he really can't afford to do at this point. Clem is just laughing as those lings run up and need a bunch of tank shots. Oh. Yeah. Bly never even built spores, really.
Oh, there's one.
There's
the main.
2. Okay.
There we go. There we go.
Comes the Banshee. She's gonna cloak. Showing
Queen's
up.
have
If
to
she
pull
went
back.
directly, she'd got a bit of damage done, but...
She was anticipating spores already existed.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Oh, I feel like... I really, really enjoy Bly as a player. But he's just setting himself so far behind when he goes for these commitments. Like, I fully agree with you when he should just go for, like, a more decisive commitment.
Yeah.
Like, tons of roaches or something. Or macro. This is, like,
Those are your choices.
middle ground kind of, I don't know, off-brand stuff or whatever.
It's just... Zerglings are fun. I get it. I love Zerglings. But by golly... This strategy of just pouring lings into your opponent never works.
No.
Unless your opponent is garbage, it never works. Yeah, we're looking at a 3-0 here. Bly has 8 army value. 8.
Yeah, but he's building a baneling nest.
Yeah, that's true. They'll have slow banelings. We've seen how slow banelings work.
And a third. Like... I don't know what Bly should do in order to change it up. Like, Clem is a daunting opponent, but even this is not the way to go about bamboozling him, I feel.
Wolf in chat. Terran is OP, please nerf. Yeah, that's it. Third base down, army supply 40 to 15. Marine tank is here. Clem has some queens. I mean, Bly has some queens. Clem has a lot more than that.
You know that meme? So you're telling me there's a chance?
Yeah, from Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah. Aren't they making a new one of those, by the way?
They did one a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if there's another one coming. Yeah.
Huh.
It was like Dumb and Dumberer, I believe it's
yeah, but that was pretty close after the first one.
What? The first one was like 1996.
Yeah, and Dumb and Dumber was like 2000s.
Alright, hold on a second.
So relatively, they were pretty close together, I think.
I know, but I thought there was one that was,
And now they're coming out with a new one, I thought.
1994 Dumb and Dumber. The internet say franchise. Dumb and Dumberer and Dumb and Dumber 2. And it got released in 2014.
What?
Yeah. Yep, Dumb and Dumber 2.
So there's 3 of them?
Uh-huh. There was Dumb and Dumber 94, Dumb and Dumberer 2003, and Dumb and Dumber 2 2014.
Huh. Maybe I've seen that one. Wow. Alright.
I mean, it's 5 years ago, and if you really like this franchise, then I hope so.
Anyway, I thought they were coming out with yet another one, but maybe I'm mistaken. Who knows?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
Maybe it's some other Jim Carrey movie.
It's in a few movies every once in a while.
No. Oh, maybe I'm thinking of Ace Ventura. That's it.
Is there a new Ace Ventura?
There is a new Ace Ventura on the way. That's the one. Okay. Alright. Here we are, in the top right-hand side of the map. It's Bly.
I'm trying to find this new Ace Ventura movie, not going super well.
Is there nothing?
The bottom left, he's 17 years old. He Clem.
He Clem.
He Clem. He up 3-0.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura 94. What a good year for movies, 94.
Yeah.
Ace Ventura When Nature Calls 95, and then Ace Ventura Junior Pet Detective in the 2009, which is not Jim Carrey.
Right. Yeah, I thought they were bringing back Jim Carrey for one.
So the production company announced plans to reboot their classic films as television series or movies.
Okay, so
And
that's probably
they
what I heard.
talked about doing a reboot of Ace Ventura, but I don't know that there's any official announcement here.
Yeah, it's just
Okay.
whispers at the
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. All right, we got it. Figured it out. Figured out what was rolling around in there from the
I
late
should
90s.
watch those again.
Some classics.
Mm-hmm.
I read Jim Carrey actually knocked one of his teeth out
Oh?
for the Lloyd role. Yeah.
What? Huh.
need
So
to
like an
find a-
accident, or he did it intentionally?
I think he did it on purpose.
What?
Like, for the audition. Jim Carrey is kind of a crazy person.
Well, he is a little bit crazy.
Yeah. Here. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, I was misremembering. He had chipped his tooth years earlier and had a cap on it.
Oh.
So he just didn't wear the cap.
Gotcha.
That makes more sense. He's not that nuts.
Okay.
Amazing. All right. What is happening here? More Zerglings? Yes?
No. So far, just the usual amount. This drone's dead, by the way. It's a sad day.
Fare thee well, drone. Half his body falls into the abyss.
Let's see. Can Bly do the... Are we going to hype this up? Can Bly do the reverse sweep?
Not unless he changes up how he's playing.
Okay, some lings are running on in here. Command center? I mean, if he gets this SCV, but he's not gonna.
He does not. He was too late.
It was a noble attempt.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Once
the
again,
lings get
Clem's
in.
like, welcome.
Or
Welcome
Clem
to
lets
my
them in.
home.
SCV
Zerglings.
goes down. The Marine's being bullied a little bit, but back comes the Reaper. Even keeps the Marine alive. Beautiful.
I like the lair timing from Bly this game.
Oh, yeah, this is what we like to see.
Yep.
He went for the third base, but then it was denied. And he's like, you know what? 2-base lair. This is a lot better versus Clem, I feel, than something else.
Agreed.
Than making
Better than what he's-
few lings and just running them in.
Yeah, yeah. Better than what he has been doing, at least. So what's he going to do with the lair is my question. Lair done. Droning up a whole bunch. Loving this. Reaper dead. Nice. Nice
Nicely
pin.
done.
Doesn't scout the
Now,
lair.
Nothing has been thrown up yet.
No.
Is it going to be a Spire? He's gone double gas. It's a Roach Warren. Oh, then it turns into a Roach Warren again.
This could be the old 2.5 base Roach Ravager thing, but kind of needs a third for it just for the larva production. We'll see.
He starts a Spine. This is curious.
So it needs to hold this without Banelings is the problem, and his Roach Warren's not done yet. Ling's buying time on the other side of the map.
This is nice. Like, few lings doing this. This is a nice move from Bly.
Yeah, it's not 20 Lings.
Yeah, when it's 20 lings, that's when it's just like, why? Okay, a Nidus is on the way, too. Alright, let's see it, Bly. Throw it on the table. Can he knock down Clem this game? I mean, it's still a very tall order, but there's always a chance with some sort of Nidus play. Clem moves in with his medivac. He's like, wait a second. This is not what I was hoping to see, as he now sees a Nidus. However, that worm, that network is finished up. So, wait, Bly cancels and he throws up an Evo. Okay, whoa. Whoa.
Bly is playing 4-dimensional chess.
Yes, this is 4D chess if I've ever seen it. Then he takes the high value gas, or the high value gas base. He's poking on it with his lings while Clem is going to be frantically searching for a Nidus worm.
Once again, a lot of Lings accomplishing very little.
Bly is building a third. I wouldn't even mind him starting up a fourth base at this point. I don't know.
I agree.
Or is this where he's just got to go for like a 200 mass roach plate now or something? Because that could work.
Could work, for sure.
He's got his 1-1 on the way. If he just starts pumping out roaches off 52 drones and then tries to overwhelm Clem, I can dig it.
The lifespan of changelings in professional games versus the lifespan of changelings in lower level games, incredibly different.
Oh yeah.
Like throw down a changeling in a pro game, it is dead in about 0.3 of a second.
Yeah.
But in lower level games, those changelings will hang out forever. It's great.
Yeah. Sometimes I can't even be bothered to click them all. Like when a Zerg's got like 5 overseers, spams them down. I was like, I gotta click on all of these?
I got most of them. It's good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
So, creep clearing here. Here we go. The Roach Ravager styles, which is really good until about 10, 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Also, there are
roaches
tanks, though.
versus tanks?
Real bad, actually. Oh, that tank didn't die.
No, it didn't.
Oh, Blythe tried to
That's
focus
hurt.
on the tank and it didn't die.
Clem right now is having a field day.
He is.
That was a lot of roaches that he can't really, or he could not afford to lose if he was going to be going for a big attack.
Ow. Ooh. Prosabile, down the Liberator.
Like, that was like a good chunk of supply that Bly needed if he's going to make a big attack work, which he's definitely going to go to, but he just lost about like 10 roaches or something. His numbers don't look nearly terrifying enough, I feel. There's a chance, though. He's 80 supply to 45. This is going to be the attack, which basically just goes and overwhelms the Terran, though. We'll see if he's got the numbers, if he's got the stuff.
It's too late, is what it is. I love this idea, but...
Yeah, these attacks can really work. I mean, there's a chance. It's mainly
There
Marines.
is.
If he can corrosive ball down the tanks, Bly can make this work. He's going for it now. Where's the corrosive ball on the tanks? There's some of them getting corrosive balls, but he really runs into those Marines, eating a lot of shots, and there's just not enough to buffer here. And Clem is going to repel Bly. And looks like he's just done enough. 11 SCVs died. We've got more Lings. And Lings and Roaches coming on in, but it's not enough.
Yeah.
Bly's army is going to get cleaned on up. Clem's producing units still. I don't know.
And again, we've seen Clem lose 15 SCVs and be fine.
Exactly.
So,
exactly.
and this Roach Ravager stuff is real nice. Up until about 2-2 hits on those Marines and Marauders.
Mm-hmm.
They just scale so much better with upgrades.
Well, it's even not so much that, like, Roaches are good with the 2-2, or the Roaches are good or bad at a specific point. It's just that when you've got, like, the way that the math works out is that Zerg always has a nice timing to hit with them. And that was it for Bly, and it failed.
Yep.
He lost those Roaches to Clem's sort of early push.
He's
and that
going
was too
Burrow.
many.
He's going Burrow move, Tunneling Claws.
I mean, that's a cool attempt to try and bring it back.
It is, but then Clem just starts saving his scans, and I don't know. I haven't seen Burrow Roach work against Terran.
It's a pain. You really have to scan in a lot of places to try and clean it up, and if all of a sudden Roaches just pop up in your base, but he's moving in with the Roaches before the Burrow. Oh, they've been seen. They've been shown. I don't know if that was the right move, and he's really just tucking them into this corner. This seems
suspicious.
Very suspicious. I mean, Clem could be getting caught off guard by this, though. If Bly's to make a play, this definitely could be it. I honestly think, other than this, Bly should just go hard on the Roaches still, and maybe even mix, like, Hydras or something into it, but Tunneling Claws is done now. Bly's going to be able to start sending out these Roaches, and he's just got to shift-click them to every single base. Shift-click, unburrow. And that's what you want. Oh, he's actually going to try and unburrow underneath this army. This mad lad is going for it. There's so many Marines here. All the Roaches die, though. Oh, man. Okay, that was a noble attempt. The roaches
This is,
all arrived at the natural of Clem, but the army for Bly is not there.
This is just Bly doing stuff that I never see work against Terran today.
No, this is just Bly things.
This is 4 straight games of like, I'll do some stuff that I never ever see work at the pro level. Like, I honestly cannot tell you the last time I saw Burrow Roach Terran at this level of StarCraft. I can't.
Yeah, Clem just stims on in. Stim to win as the Terran player shuts down Bly. And that's going to be it. GG gets called as Clem 4-0s through Afreeca World with a beautiful, beautiful run.
You only dropped 1 map?
Yeah, 1 map to Goblin.
Nice.
Yeah, very nicely done. Well played. Clem, the favorite, wins the tournament, wins Afreeca World 49.
Terran fans rejoice.
Yes, indeed. Might have been a while since we had a Terran win in Afreeca World. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't Cure get one?
Yeah, it would have been Cure or some Korean player. Some Korean player a while back. A foreign Terran in one of the Europe ones a while, I think. Or maybe maybe we had an American win in the NA one. Anyway, great play by all the players today. It was fun to see Bly come out, but make what you will of his style. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I'd feel better about Bly here if he would just do things that work. So maybe next time. But thanks for everybody coming out here. Good to see you for the whole time here, Mr. Wolf. And yes, if you have a Ling problem, throw Marines at them. Marines kill Zerglings dead.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know that Clem can beat Sue or Dark or Rogue or any of these other Zergs because they play Zerg the right way?
Yeah, well, they definitely play it the better way, like...
Yeah.
Yeah, it's odd. Anyway, you may find Falcon Paladin and I on Twitter, also on YouTube. Falcon posts very, very regular on his YouTube. He does Brood War and other things there, too. So
yeah, it's all Brood War, StarCraft 2.
Yes. Brood War, StarCraft 2. All the good stuff. And yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. Check us out on Twitter. That's where we'll announce the next Afreeca World, which will be Afreeca World 50 in the new year.
Ooh.
Yes.
50 in 2020. Very fancy.
Yes, we will see you in 2020.
And yeah, thanks for hanging out. Until next time, appreciate your guys' support, and y'all take care of yourselves.
Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.